back to the channel. In today's video, my coilovers have finally arrived. I know I've been mentioning them in the last couple of videos, but they finally arrived at the shop and I'm pretty impatient, so I want to go check them out right now and see what they look like. With that being said, let's go pick up my brother and then we can go head to the shop and look at the coilovers. Alright, so here we got the coilovers, the dedicated Ohlins for the E46 M3. And let's take a look inside. Let's see what we're working with. So, let's see the hardware and let's see what it looks like. So we got some Swift springs that are a lot stiffer than the stock Road and Track. So these are technically Road and Track coilovers that have been modified by 3DM Motorsport. And so we have Swift springs now on the front and rear. Then we also have monoball camber plates from Ohlins with Ohlins specs on it. So they come in gold instead of red, and they look really nice, and they're gonna have a monoball solid bushing right here. So it's gonna be a lot more stiff and more precise than my current ground control camber plates that I have on the car. So I'm kind of excited to see what the improvement's gonna be just with this right here. And let's take another look at what else we got. I'm assuming these are the fronts. Let's take a look. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I cannot compress these. These are really stiff. So it's 160. I think that's 160 meters per. I don't know. I'll put the specs down in the description as to what spring rates we have. But these are the front springs, then we got the backs. And right here we have the solid rear, actually not, coilover perches. Everything's really nice too. Like if you look at like the design, anodized, I'm assuming aluminum or steel. But everything's really nice, and the quality of the machining and everything is superb. I haven't seen coilovers like this, and we've worked with a couple of different brands. And here we have the upper mounts for the rear shocks, also solid monoball bushings. So it should be pretty much transfer everything into the cabin that can be transferred from the shock absorbers, but it'll also make them more precise when they're working and absorbing the bumps. So there will be less flexing in the bushings themselves. So that's also nice. Alright, and let's move to the next box. Enough with springs. Let's take a look at this box. So of course these stickers, Ohlins claims about 10 to 15 horsepower, but we can confirm on the dyno, so we'll see. Maybe it's like 5, 10, or it's a combination, but we'll have to see what the specs say exactly. And then we have the other ones too. So we'll take a look at that.
It's like 80 horsepower right there.
Yeah, well, no, it's actually like a combination. So it's like, 2, 5, and then like these together are 10. So you just got to run them in a certain pattern on your car, and then you get like the 20. Alright. And then here we have the rear shock. Take a look at this bad boy. Super excited about this. Alright, ooh. These look phenomenal. So you can actually see the machine marks on these coilovers right here. Ooh, it looks really good on camera. But yeah, you can definitely see the machine marks on here from the underneath the anodization. The quality is top notch on these, honestly, and I couldn't be more happy with my choice in coilovers. One reason we picked these coilovers over the 3 or 4-way adjustable STs or KW Club Sports is that, first of all, these were revalved for the specific high spring rates that I wanted to run, since I'm running pretty aggressive tire setups, so this will mitigate a lot of the rubbing I'm experiencing. And what we can do is we can undo this collar right here, and you turn up the damper in itself, so it'll still continue to damp the way Ohlins intended it to, because we're shortening the damper itself, but we'll also have the low ride height and perfect ride quality. So that's why we went with Ohlins, because of the damper solution that they have. And it's also dual flow valve, so there's only one a single adjustment up here at the top. You do the adjustment here, and it has like a little quick release right here. It comes with hardware. You do that adjustment and it adjusts rebound and compression in one system with the dual flow valve. So it's pretty neat. I've always wanted to test that out, so we're finally installing something like that on the M3, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so let's take a look at the front shock absorbers and what they look like. Okay. Alright, here we go. These are the fronts. They're pretty beefy and they look a lot shorter than the stock E46 shock absorbers themselves. So it's pretty nice that we'll probably be getting some drop in height just because of the way this shock absorber is so small. And these are built to fit the stock BMW top hats. And since we're running camber plates from Vorschlag, we also have to use this adapter, which goes on the bottom. Basically like a little spacer, a little aluminum machine spacer that goes on the bottom, and it gets us to the right height. Now, that being said, with us wanting to run the car low and have a really nice fitment on it, I might not run this and be able to get like the optimal drop without touching the perch at all. So we'll see how that goes, if we're going to be running this, or if it's this amount that we need to drop the car by, we'll just take this off and run it like that. So there's that option. But let's take a minute to appreciate the machining quality on here. You can see how it was machined down completely, and I just love the quality of the shock absorber. It kind of sucks that we're gonna be hiding such a beautiful piece where nobody's ever gonna see it anymore once it's on the car. So it kind of sucks, but we wanted the best quality, and that's what we got right here. And on the front, you can see that the shock absorbers are adjusted at the bottom, and they're pretty nice little gold knobs. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we have in the Ohlins kit that we just got. So I think in the next couple of videos we're gonna be installing these. The reason we can't do it right now, alright, the reason why we can't do it right now, we have another M3 on the stand.
I'll fix that one, I promise.
Yeah, so we got that on the stand right now, and we just can't, we have to fix that first, and then we'll start on the M3. But once we have that done and we have the availability, we're gonna install these so I can finally test this out, and I'll probably buy scales to corner balance the car, so stay tuned for that too, and then we can show you guys how to do corner balancing on your car as well. That's a little quick preview of the Ohlins that we're gonna be installing. I'm pretty excited to do this pretty soon. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll get this on the car, and I'll be able to tell you guys how these compare to the coilovers that I have in my car currently. With that being said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.